What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Down on Dave, coming at you live from Germany and merry old UK over there in England town. It's my good friend, Ace Trainer Liam. Join us once again for your Pop Culture Weekly Beatdown, Nerd and the Jerk, where we just take everything that's going on in the world of pop culture and nerdery, jerkery, YouTube, anything else that comes to our mind, and we just give it to you guys the way that you need it, the way you want it, the way you gotta have it. And I can't do it alone, never would want to, so I got the blue-haired dynamo himself, Ace Trainer Liam. What's going on, my friend?
I'm all good. How's everybody doing?
Pretty damn good. I just got back from a concert, and my ears are blowed out, so that's pretty fun.
You can't fucking hear anyway, so this is going to be interesting.
No, you are not wrong about that.
Jesus.
Yes, it's gonna be extra interesting.
I like the blue hair, by the way. I'm looking at the layout now, and I see you've changed the hair.
Well, I didn't. I don't even have. Do not have that type of skill. No, that was our wonderful, beautiful, talented, gorgeous of a queen, Captain Kirsch. Captain Kirsch got it done for us. Yes.
Oh, she's fit. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, very fit.
I found her Twitter the other day, and I was just like, "Hello."
Oh, where have you been?
Lydia have had a good look at her.
I'm sure you have.
Hit us up.
I'm actually going to be meeting her really soon in person. She's coming. She's German. She's coming back to Germany for the Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah concert here, July 7th through the 9th. So I'm also going to get to hang out with him as well.
Damn. I'm a proper jelly.
You need to get your asses on a friggin' train, go under the water, get on Ryanair, get over here.
I know. I need to figure out if I can achieve that.
Well, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you like that? That was pretty good. All right, so let's start with how's your week going? It's been a pretty damn good week. I would say you had a kind of a good, this is your secondary podcast. We know it because you had a little bit of a triumphant return of the Elite Four
the Elite Four podcast. It came back with a vengeance with our new co-host, because Candy Evie couldn't do it anymore that we had on the previous season. She's just got too many commitments. So we got none other than Joe Merrick, the head of Cerebi.net, which is arguably the most popular non-official Pokemon website on the entire internet.
The longest running.
Longest running, yeah, it's been going like 18 years. But like the meme goes that if it's not confirmed by Cerebi, it ain't true.
It ain't true.
So like when all the rumors and things are happening and all the announcements for the new games, everyone's on Cerebi like, dude, this is where the info will be. And I mean, he's dedicated as well. Like, he sets alarms on his phone for 3 a.m. when he knows announcements are coming, because he knows that that's when it will be announced in Japan. And he gets up for that in the middle of the night, just like, yeah, right, time to update the website. And he's just one guy. No one else updates his website but him. It's brilliant. Like, he's literally the best Pokemon website producer on the internet. And we fucking got him.
You did. That's a hell of a pull. I mean, that's first round draft pick stuff. That's like dream scenario.
You know what I mean?
And you had a lot of people in there. And I got to say, look, I've been podcasting for 6 years now. I've worked a lot of different shows, some good, some bad, some ugly. I mean, basically wherever I go, I bring the ugly, but still, self-deprecating, baby. You know how we do it. You guys were amazing. I'm not even, this is not regular, typical, I'm sucking Liam's dick.
Sucking.
Yeah, which I'm very good at.
Now you're sucking 4 at once, you talented hoe.
I am, but you guys really, when you're the darkest in the room, there's something wrong with the rest of them. Get some fucking sun. Somebody in that group get some. No, you guys were incredible.
British. There is no sun in Britain.
You guys, everyone had a role. Everybody fit within it perfectly. 4-man teams are hard to do, dude. 4-man teams are difficult. 2-man teams could be hard if it's the wrong 2 people. Nobody stepped on each other. Everyone was just perfect. It was wonderful. I was very impressed. If I wasn't a Pokemon fan, it would be great.
That was kind of the difficulty we had in the first season, is because it's a 4-man team. There was me, Toby, Phil, and Lucy. Because Lucy didn't quite have the voice projection to kind of overtake us when we're talking, quite often she'd get lost in the shuffle. And like a whole meme came of it, of let Lucy speak, because sometimes poor girl just couldn't even get a word in because we were all overpowering. And like, no matter how much we said, hey, feel free to interrupt us, she just couldn't quite push over us. And like, I think that was probably part of the reason that she decided that maybe it's not for her, but I don't know. I can't speak for her, but
right.
that's it. So it worked quite well to have the 4-man team where we were all able, like Joe, I thought might be a little bit nervous at first because I've known him for a few months and stuff. And but I didn't really know how he'd work in a podcast kind of situation. But I told him afterwards, I was like, dude, you fucking killed it. You knew when to come in. You knew like when to kind of overtake the conversation if you did know a little bit more. Because like, let's face it, he's got all the inside info.
Yeah, he's the guy.
We got Phil for the host. We got Toby for like the theory and analysis stuff. We got Joe for the inside stuff. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing there. I'm now the least qualified.
Hell, but see, you're that heart of the show. You're that funny guy who dude, you have quite a bit of insight yourself. And then you fucking just bring the funny, you bring the laughs. And it's just a good balance. Because if it was just 3 guys who had no balance to it, where a guy who can just come in and kind of hit those jokes, those high spots, as we say in the wrestling game, it would be difficult. And you're the high spot guy, man. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought you guys killed it. Killed it.
It was a hell of a load of fun, and I'm so excited for the next episode. Like, it's a couple of weeks away, but still, it's going to be awesome.
And people seem to enjoy it, and that's a really cool thing. And
dude, we were rocking 1,400 people at one point.
1,400, unbelievable.
Watching live as well. Like, I think after it ended, I think it was at like 12,000 views.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
people
instant too. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Beautiful.
And on YouTube, we have all these podcasts that have just been inundated, and there's so much content. So when something is truly standout, I think that's something to definitely mention. And you guys, I was very impressed.
The best thing is it was the timing, because we decided about a fortnight ago, we'd set everything up. Joe had said, yep, I can definitely do it. The only times I can't do it is if there's like a heavy news day, because I have to prioritize my website because it's my sole income. And we're like, that's fine. We're like, when are we going to start this? And we were like, June 15th. Thursday, June 15th sounds like a good day if we're going to do it on Thursdays.
Just
and
pull the date out of your hat.
Absolutely fine. Literally, about 3 days later, there's a Pokemon Direct announced for the Tuesday before. There's going to be some big announcements, and we're like, what is happening? Oh, not the Tuesday before. It's like a week on Tuesday before. But then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon get announced, and we're just like, this is perfect. What a fucking time to come back. Pokemon has just been thrusted into relevancy again in a massive way. And we're like, hey, we're going to bring back this popular Pokemon-centric podcast. It was beautiful.
They just allied it right to you.
People are like, did you bring it back because of the announcement? Well, like, no, I've been pushing to bring this fucking thing back since like February. We even set at one point a date with the old cast to be back on February 16th, but we just couldn't get round to it for whatever reason. So it's just beautiful coincidental timing that we just happened to pick that date, and then it all get announced.
You capitalized on what all good people are able to capitalize. Pure fucking blind luck.
Yeah, accidental capitalization.
That's all it was. It was great. It was really amazing. But it's kind of cool to see that, because right now, YouTube, and not to go to a dark place, but YouTube can be a very dark place.
Oh, we're going there.
We're going there because we got a lot to talk about in this episode. Of course, we're going to get E3. Don't worry, guys. The E3 goodies are coming your way. But first, I think it's really important, considering, first and foremost, we are on this platform. And I think we do a fairly good job most of the time policing our own. We have a couple of rogue people out there, drum alert, that can do some douchey things and kind of mess it up for the rest of us at times. But overall, I think when people that are on the platform and have a little bit of a following, a little bit of a voice talk about something, I think it's a good thing. And we have a problem within YouTube that it seems to pop up every now and then. And let's just go right into it, man. Pedophilia. It's an issue.
It's my least favorite thing in the world, right? As someone who vehemently never wants to have children, doesn't even like being around children. The only time I like having a child near me is when we're at a convention and their parents have brought them over to take a picture, to get stuff signed and stuff, and then their parents take them away. That's the only time I can stand to be near children.
And even then, Lydia's right there with the Purell.
Do you know what I mean? Just to clean, just to make sure that I don't get any of those like child germs on me. Although, to be fair, I always get convention illness because I never leave my house. My immune system doesn't get all the new germs. Yep. So when I go to a convention for 3 weeks after that, I'm sick as a fucking dog.
Bless him. He goes out of his bubble and gets sick.
But then to think that there are these people on the internet that are trying to get as close as possible to children, it makes no sense to me. It's fucking disgusting.
Look, we've seen this before. The Minecraft community seems to kind of with Lion
We
Maker.
know about Basher. We know about Lion Maker.
Yeah.
We know about turning our phone onto silent when we're on a show.
Yeah, it seems to it seems to happen in those communities, but it spreads to others because YouTube is still being defined right now. We're defining it. It's becoming this big global force of the next wave of media. It's taken over what television was. Television's dying. YouTube and social media is becoming the next wave. It's where people get fed. Like Tommy C has said multiple times, all these polls are stating that kids are not saying they want to be lawyers and doctors when they grow up. They want to become YouTubers. They want to become YouTube stars. So there's influence there. And where there's influence, there's easy fucking targets to be manipulated.
And manipulation.
Yeah. And we see it in small doses. We've seen it with some YouTubers who use children underage to attack others, child armies, we like to call them in some senses.
Yeah. And I kind of get who you're referencing.
It's not just the man who reports the drama, but there's others as well. But it gets worse than that. That's bad. That's bad enough. Using children to fuck with other people because you're unable to get the job done yourself is fairly repugnant.
That's bad enough. But using children to fuck is another story. Is completely... I don't get it. And I'm going to get mad because I got pissed off because... And I'm really sorry to... He got fucking what?
He got released. He's released. He got released on bail. He's released.
How much was the bail?
I have no idea. I just saw a headline that said he got released today.
Jesus fucking Christ. He must have some really good fucking lawyers because that's disgraceful.
Well, you're going to get out on bail until, innocent until proven guilty. And that's the way it should be. But this seems to be open and shut. He's going to prison. He's going to get pounded.
Oh, he's going down. There's so much fucking evidence. Like the information that he supposedly gave to
oh God, yeah, not
HSI.
The FBI. Yeah, HSI.
Like, that's just damning evidence, isn't it? And oh my God.
Captain Kirk said his mommy bailed him out.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised his mum's even fucking... This is what I don't get, because I have known a pedophile, right? And I'm not even talking like I've not had anything done to me. I'm very fortunate in that sense, which is weird, actually. I was saying this to Lydia earlier because we were talking about this topic. I feel like I'm a minority because I've never had anything happen to me like pedophilia or rape or anything like that. Whereas I know more people that I've met throughout my life that have been victims of that than I know people who haven't been victims of that. It's bizarre. Right. So I feel strange not having encountered it in that way. But the person that I knew was engaged to my fucking sister before it all came out. Yeah, 14-year relationship, and then the police turn up at the door like, yeah, you've been doing child porn stuff, mate.
Jared Fogle, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that on my second channel another day. That's always a fun story. I've got the news reports to prove it. And because they're still easy to find online. Yeah. Thank you, Evening Telegraph. But having experienced something like that, he also was bailed out at first by his mum, and then after he served his prison sentence and everything, he got let out straight home to mummy. If that was my kid, if I was going to bother to have kids, if I wanted them, right. If my kid did something like that, they'd never be welcome in my house again, because it's the most evil thing you can do. It's not just, oh, you've killed a person and ended their life. Oh, it's not you've raped a person who's an adult and they've got to deal with that the rest of their life, which is bad enough because PTSD is a real thing and it's a real fucking horrible thing to deal with. But to do it to someone who is still growing up, who still hasn't really gotten out of that innocence yet. Like, yeah, okay, if someone's 14, 15, and you're 14 or 15, you might argue that, oh, I know everything, and I know what I want to do in my life, and I've got my emotions all set in place because I'm so grown up for my age. But you really haven't. No. Until you're at least in your mid-20s, you don't know fucking anything about life. And for someone to take that innocence from you at such a young age and to manipulate you and make you feel bad and all this crap, that's the worst crime of all, is to treat a child as your prey, as your victim. And especially with the way this fucking Austin Jones guy was doing it, like, oh, if you want to prove you're my biggest fan, you'll do this for me.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell.
It's unbelievably repugnant in so many ways, because let's look at it just from a YouTuber standpoint. You know, we're two people that I know love our communities. Like, actually fucking love. We can be sassholes to our communities, but we love our people. And to even think for a second that you would use a relationship like that on a child to see their asshole,
don't even get me started on the, like, everyone's got their quirks and everything, but I'm like, wait, so the main thing you want this person to show you, if this person's going to show you anything, let's say this person's 25 and you're like, hey, let me see this, let me see that. The one thing you want to see is their shithole.
Yeah.
You could get boobs. You could get bit of pussy going on. Right. No, you could even get the booty cheeks, right?
But no,
you want to see the balloon knot, right? What on earth
the balloon knot
is wrong with this person? The word thing that makes me really fucking angry is that people are defending these kinds of people. Yeah. I had a big back and forth on Twitter today with I'm very sorry to, I think it was Luna Absol, really sorry that I went a bit hammer on you earlier, but they were saying, oh, but these kinds of people are ill. We shouldn't just shun them. We should help them. Yeah. After someone's offended, they don't deserve the help, because this is how it works. And I couldn't do this in 140 characters. So it's really, really pissing me off, because people don't get shit on Twitter. I need to remember, never try and explain your point on Twitter, because no one will ever get it.
Do a video. You know, you can do a video now, old man. Yeah. Jesus.
You know what I mean? So, like, these people, I understand, right? Because, bear with me, because I know people are going to get triggered by the first sentence I say. There's the LGBT community, right? There's a whole community related to sexuality. There are so many different sexualities, and I understand that pedophilia, in its essence, is a sexuality.
Sure.
It is a person who is sexually attracted to children or to younger people, and I get that, okay? I can understand that that's what gets you going, right? I don't get it, but I can understand that that's how you feel, that's what's inside you, and you can't control that. What you can control is the fact that you're a grown fucking adult, and you know full well that when you're typing away to these kids, manipulating them, you know what you're doing. When you're going to these kids' houses or whatever, or you're picking up these kids and you're fucking them, you know what you're doing. Now, why, like, if you want to compare a pedophile raping a child or manipulating a child to any other sexuality, you would have to say that a gay man instantly goes out and grooms other gay men and just fucks other gay men against their will, which doesn't happen.
No.
Because gay men go, I'm attracted to men, and if I find a man that likes me too, then we'll have a relationship. Right. They don't go, right, where's my victim? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. So you can't say, oh, pedophiles, they can't help what they're doing. If they can pick up a fork and a knife and eat their dinner at night, they know what they're doing.
See, I agree with you. I do agree with you. Like, but there's been this movement for the past 40 years that are trying to categorize this, and they're trying to do with any type of sexual quirk as just a sheer mental disorder. And to an extent, I can understand that, because mental disorders, we cannot understand them. The brain is a very complicated thing. What breaks them and all of that. However, you are 100% right. When you actually commit an act and you go beyond that line, because there are signs, triggers, people around you that can get you help. You yourself, most of the time, are able to see these predilections and be able to do something against them. When you cross that line, I think that you need to, at the very least, be locked up, if not cock cut off. I'm a cock cut off type of guy. Snip it.
I refuse. Torture them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make them feel as bad.
I'm not saying do it with a butter knife, but I mean, like, just get the cock off. You know, I mean, they don't need a cock anymore. I think you're good. It's done. It's over. But it's more fucked up the more you think about it in regards to this growing platform, this growing medium. And yes, I'm the weasel who's going to make this a little bit more about YouTube, because we already know how repugnant this is with children. We understand that. But this is a growing thing that is being defined, and a big reason why we don't know if this guy would have ever fucked a child. We don't know that. We don't know it. So we got to give him the benefit there.
It's true. I mean, it was leaning to the point where maybe he would be like, hey, I'm in LA this week. You want to hook up kind of thing? But yeah, in his defense, if there is any fucking defense for him, yeah, he never once said, let's meet up. He never once, that we know of.
That we know of. So we can at least give him that. Now, the thing with YouTube, because the rules are still being defined as far as your celebrity. Go ahead.
To his credit as well, he is an expert in the initial twerk movement.
Oh, yes. He was really...
Because did you notice? I didn't fucking realize this. Obviously, Keemstar uploaded his video on Drama Alert where Austin was in a certain outfit doing this is the twerk pose, you do this and you do this and all that shit, the creepy fucking video. The video that Philly D showed on his video was a different video, but it was word for word the same. That's weird to me. Like, okay, that may hint at some kind of like mental disorder because it was point for point. I don't know if he had a fucking Word document with a script on it or what, but he knew what he was doing with those videos. That was really fucking weird.
Late Sale in the chat, what if they are a woman, you can't just cut their cock off? Chastity belt and throw away the key.
Permanent cork. Permanent cork in the fun hole.
Cork.
Remember, kids, women piss from a different hole than they have sex in. So just cork sex hole. Then they can't do shit.
Cork this. We need a cork the sex hole T-shirt. We
need
a
hashtag cork that sex hole. Get it trending worldwide.
We need that. But my bigger worry here is the fact that YouTube and these people who have gotten celebrity so quickly in YouTube, when you do something quickly and you don't necessarily have to work at it like you would in another form, like when you go into Hollywood, sometimes it's not always like rocket stardom and blah, blah, blah. You work for it. You go to acting class, whatever. You pay your dues, blah, 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 blah. YouTube, because of the way that it is, those weren't necessarily the rules. People can just upload a viral video, become super famous, and they have that instant recognition, that ability to sway people, to get people to do what they want with them, and that is prime ground for abuse. People will abuse it. Now, you and I, we both are very big advocates of the lewd. We don't mind.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're advocates of it, but we're always very cautious over the fact, are you over 18, all that stuff. It goes
like by all means, right? And I've said this a million times in streams. If you feel like you want to show me something, by all means, go ahead. But only on the grounds that you are A, my sexual preference, which is a woman, and B, you are my other sexual preference, which is 18 and above.
At least.
If you are under 18, I barely want to see you in a picture where you're wearing fucking clothes, right? I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't even, like, because, you know, kids are kids, aren't they? So sometimes they'll send you a picture like, this is me and my sister playing in the garden with my dog. I don't want to see it. No. I don't want any picture of a child anywhere near me. Unless you are 18 years old, please do not send me any image of your person.
Right. But I think that the point of it with the lewds and everything, that's going to be used. We're going to see this being used as a slippery slope argument.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be used that way because it almost, and to be fair, it kind of almost has to be. Because where is the line drawn? Well, I think it's pretty fucking obvious where the line is drawn. It's children. The line is drawn at children. Yeah. Adults can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Adults, consenting adults, and always consenting, never ever forced. Yeah. If you're telling someone, you can't be a very big fan of me if you're not going to send me this. No.
Adult or child, that's different. Yep.
I'm not comfortable to receive anything from anyone unless they are a consenting adult and it's of their own free will.
Yes, absolutely. You don't got to prove your fucking loyalty or love to Liam or Dead on Dave by showing us your asshole. Now, if you just want to show us your asshole because, hey, look at my asshole, well, you know, all right.
I mean, I'm not an asshole guy, but whatever you're into.
Right, yeah.
I'm more of a boobs and booty kind of guy. Like, closed booty, though, please. Like,
closed, the apple bottom part of it, not the brown eye. We don't need that stink shoot. It's okay.
Stink shoot. Fucking hell.
But it's fairly repugnant, man. It's very depressing to see YouTubers who have garnered any type of following to use their viewership, and this is what will kill the platform. Bad content, Liam, bad content will not kill this platform. It never will. It will not. But this type of manipulation,
sex scandal, I'm fucking mortified. Like, I am absolutely, I'm always mortified if anyone were to ever think that in any way I had taken advantage of them. I would be absolutely fucking mortified because I pride myself on being a very laid back, look, you do what you want. It don't bother me. If you're happy being you, that's fine. Let's leave it at that. I never want anyone to think, I just felt so pressured. I just felt like there was no getting out of this situation because, dude, with me, there's always a get out clause, which is there's the door, fuck off. There's an X in the corner of the screen, fuck off. That's
upper right hand corner
that.
click. That easy.
I've got a beautiful woman in my life, so if some girl online is like, "Hey, I don't want to send you lewds," I'll be like, well, "Don't fucking send them, then, genius."
Rock on.
Like,
Yeah, see you later. Hey, no problem.
I'm gonna go get my dick sucked. Like, who cares?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's an option for you.
That's an option for me. Yeah. Sorry, Dave, I forgot about that.
It's okay. She's sitting right here. She's like, "Yep, I'm not putting that in my mouth." I think I might have gotten closer tonight because. Oh, you can't hear. Why didn't you tell me to turn up the volume? I would have turned it up for you. I can't. I cannot read your mind, babe. Believe me, I wish I could. Wish I could. So yeah, the whole thing is crazy to me because this will kill the platform. And you and I are both. You know, I'm growing more into the whole. I'm doing daily Pokemon streams, so I'm getting more into the Pokemon community, and that is a place where kids gravitate towards. You know, we do have child demographic. Now, should we because we're foul-mouthed fucking assholes? Probably not, but we do. So because of the platform, because of the genre that we're in, we're going to be targeted by some of this shit at some point. There's somebody who's going to point the spotlight, especially mainstream media. Wait for it. We're probably about a month away from mainstream media coming after all of us.
In fact, there is part of like a lot of people, generally a lot of kids actually, have asked me, Liam, will you play this Pokemon Minecraft mod, or Liam, will you play this Pokemon version of Roblox? And because I hate the games anyway, because they look fucking boring to me, I'm like, no, I'm never going to do that. But also part of that reason is because of the association between Minecraft and pedophiles. I don't want to be a Minecraft playing YouTuber because I'm scared that would tarnish me with the pedophile brush.
Right.
Because if it's my automatic thought of if someone says Minecraft, I instantly think, like, if we were playing word association, it'd be Minecraft, pedophile. Like, yeah. If I think that, surely other people do as well. And I'm like, I really do not want to be a part of that.
There's an association with that. There's no question. I want to address something in the chat real quick. Chrissy Piplup said, the only thing about lewds is that how do you know for sure that a person is over 18? All someone has to do is send you an underage shot and you can get in trouble. No, actually you can't. Because if somebody is telling you that they are an age, then they are telling you that they are that age. They are consenting to you. If they lied, they lied. You're not responsible for that lie. But if you know they're underage and you continue to accept nudes or lewds or anything of sexual explicit nature, well, then that's your ass. But I think when it comes to a lie, when someone is lying to you, well, that's a different story altogether. That's defendable at the very freaking least.
Especially if it's documented as well.
Yes. So,
but at the same time, like certainly for me, if anyone were to send me a lewd, like because I'm a massive fucking pervert, like I'll look at that picture in detail. I'll check out what's going on because I'll be like, hey, this is quite a nice body. But the minute I get a hint that is not what I think it is, I'm going to be like, right, no, picture deleted, blocked person, content, like not content, contact completely gone. Because I want no part of it.
There's a responsibility on the person sending and person receiving. The person sending to be telling the truth, and the person receiving to be able to tell the difference between someone of a child. Yes, and you have to be able to. If it doesn't smell right, well, then throw it away. You know. But if you're over, because the only answer to that, Christy, is, well, nobody can ever send lewds again, and I'm not damning the lewd. It's not happening. I'm not doing it because everyone's an adult. And if they want to send anything they want to anybody else, whether it be a drawing of just a nice background, something fan art, whatever, or if they want to be like, hey, look at this, you know, then I think that's well within their right.
Here's it's all my penis.
Well, you know, that's a little different, but send it to me. Send it me on the side. We'll check that shit out. We'll do copious cock approval. I don't know. I fucking lost what I was going to say. But still, it's kind of a downer to have to talk about this, but I think it's important because this is our platform. And I think that's important for people to remember. This is our shit. We are the ones defining it. Not just us talking, those you watching. This is your shit.
And it kind of sounds like an after-school special, but just remember, like, and this is to the adults among us, remember, just stay fucking safe. Make sure before you do anything, not just to an online personality, not just to like someone that you find attractive, or just anyone that you're speaking to, if you want to send any kind of image that may be inappropriate or maybe lewd or may even be a fucking nude if you're fucking brave enough.
Get real.
Just make sure you're comfortable with that person, seeing what you're going to show them, and you trust that person that they're not going to share it with people, that they're not going to manipulate you or use it against you as blackmail, because we've heard of stuff like that in the past where people have sent nudes to someone and then someone's been like, right, now you send me X amount of money or I'm going to show this image to so-and-so. And by the way, if anyone does have any nudes of me and they want to blackmail me, it's never going to work because I'm proud of what I fucking got. You want to put my cock on the internet? I'll do it before you do it.
Right. We'll do a calendar. You and me. I'll be December. You could be the other 11 months. It's totally fine. I'm okay with that.
Why? Because it shrinks in the winter?
Well, no, mine never shrinks, baby boy. Don't worry about that. It's always ready for display.
It's always in minus figures.
Yes, that's true. It's hiding in the bushes and fat. It's rather disgusting. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, and hopefully, this can be talked about. No, I don't think this has to always be a discussion where fucking burn. It doesn't always have to be that extreme. I think at this point we all understand pedophilia is disgusting. It's reprehensible. These people need to fucking go.
The worst kind of crime. I'll if I could get away with it, I would happily kill a man, but I would never touch a child. Again, I'm a different case because I physically do not want to touch a child. Not even like.
You want to talk to a child?
Not inappropriately. I don't even want to put my arm around the kid. Take a photo. You know what I mean? There's this one photo, I can't remember, I think it was of Avril Lavigne, where she took a photo with some fans, and the fans are all there, hugging and everything, and Avril Lavigne's off to the side, leaning away from them. That's me taking a picture with a child. It's no, just don't let it near me. Don't let it breathe the same air as me, please. And it's not because I'm a horrible person. It's just because I'm not a nice person. I'm not a fan like you pedophiles are out there.
Right. But the last thing I want to touch on this is something that I was starting to talk about earlier. Was for a long time now, there has been this movement to try and almost normalize this behavior. We've seen it with pedophilia. We've also seen it with other forms of sexual discretions. And unfortunately, the line gets blurred because for a long time, there were people who were using the exact same moniker of, sexual deviancy or brain damage to describe the LGBT community. And now, because we as rational fucking thinking people now, the majority of us at least I would say, understand that a grown person of consenting age can love whoever the fuck they want, man or woman, it's completely fine. However, because of that battle that took so goddamn long to be won, or at least, I wouldn't even say it's fully won yet.
We're trying. We're trying.
We're getting closer. But because of that struggle, it makes it a little bit more difficult where that line is. Because there are some people who still believe that homosexuality is a mental disorder and it can be cured with therapy. And
on a side note with this as well, I've heard about people when I talk about equality and stuff like that, because, all right, I'm a straight white male, but I'm the biggest fucking advocate for equality. It's unreal. I want men, women, blacks, whites, Hispanics, anyone, Russians, fucking gays, lesbians, quankos, whatever you are, I want you all to be. I don't fucking know.
I like the word though.
Someone is one. Maybe I'm a quanko. Maybe that's what I am. I'm a big fucking.
I kind of want to be one. I kind of want to be a quanko right now.
But I want everybody to be equal, to be held accountable, and to be at the same rights as everybody else. So I'm a big advocate for that. But what I hate
is also like me though. You just kind of want to shut the fuck up about it. Just be you.
Just why can't people just get on with life and just go, hey, look at all these other humans that exist in the world as me. Aren't we all the same? Yes. That's why our biology is the same. Fucking idiots. But no, the problem I have is when I'm talking about equality, like on Twitter or on my channel or something, you'll always get one cunt, and it really fucks me up, is they'll go, the thing is, I don't think we'll ever truly have equality. Not with that attitude. Of course not. Maybe try helping, or maybe try shutting the fuck up. If you've got nothing, it sounds pathetic, doesn't it? If you've got nothing positive to say about the equality situation, don't fucking speak. Right. No one needs your input if you don't believe equality will ever exist, because you're part of the problem. Because you've got people in the middle of nowhere going, I hate these damn, I'm not going to say it, but...
I can understand where you, with your accent, where you were going with that. Well done, by the way. It sounded very Southern, I'm just saying.
Oh, don't. Someone told me I was a racist, because you know my Ace Trainer Liam logo that I have on everything, on my streams and stuff? It has the British Union flag kind of built into the Liam part.
Yeah.
And someone called me a racist, and the general consensus from my chat was, maybe they think it's a Confederate flag. And I was like, I'm from Derby in the UK. How can I be a Confederate?
Well, you might be a Johnny Reb. You got
And
the
I
look.
love everyone, unless you're a child, in which case you have to go love someone else. I'm sure Austin's looking for you somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Hopefully he will be having a hard time with not dropping the soap very fucking soon. By the way, can we get a little bit of a golf clap?
To twerk.
Right. Fuck. Can we get a little golf clap for Philly D? All they got to do is fucking show his video. It's open.
Oh,
open
you know what I mean?
Close. Boom. It's done. Philly D, you're doing God's work. Congratulations. Jesus. All right. So let's transition to a much happier situation where, well, you know what? There's probably quite a few predators at E3 as well. Let's go to E3. E3, for the first time, I believe ever, sold tickets to the public this year and had a massive turnout of people. Huge event, almost 70,000, second largest ever in the history of E3. So many people showed up. It was absolute fucking insanity. And then E3 actually happened. And
boy, am I glad I didn't fly to America for that. Not that I could have afforded to before this week, but damn.
Yes, that's right. Now you probably could have now. But fucking what happened?
God.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
It's
Exactly what I said in the predictions we did last week. What's E3 going to bring us? Fucking nothing. Except for Nintendo. Nintendo won
came correct,
E3.
Man. Nintendo came correct. I mean, from everything from 2 fucking Metroid games, 2 Liam, fucking 2 Metroid games. Holy shit.
And we got Mario Odyssey, we got new Kirby, we got new fucking Yoshi game that actually looks kind of alright.
Mario Odyssey, you mean? That game looks fucking bizarre, but I like it.
Possessing everything. I really like possessing the, I don't know what you call them in America, but they're like bollards. They're like posts at the side of the road. Just giving it a boner. You can just flick a little bollard boner. It's beautiful.
It's crazy. The Rabbids Kingdom battle, the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle, everything.
Yeah, even that, oh my god, Nintendo just fucking won. And then the low-key, by the way, it's gonna be a new Pokemon game on the Switch. Did you know?
Did you know that's coming?
Else.
I
lost my fucking. It was brilliant because I was watching it on Twitch with my stream. We took a break from shiny hunting and played just the Nintendo E3 announcement. The minute they announced there's going to be a new core RPG made by Game Freak, and Game Freak only make main series Pokemon games, because a couple of people thought maybe it's going to be like XD Gale of Darkness or Pokemon Colosseum, but they weren't made by Game Freak. Game Freak only do the proper main series stuff, so it's going to be awesome. The minute that was announced, I just went, okay, Amazon, Nintendo Switch, bye. Brilliant. It's going to be here in about a week.
The time is now.
Time's now. I said with a passion, until they announce a Nintendo a Pokemon title for the Switch, a proper one, not like Pokken or anything, I will buy a Switch. Yeah. And I stay true to my words.
Well, between that and when the Virtual Console does get released on the Switch, I mean, Pokemon is going to be running the Switch for the next 2 years. It's going to be pretty insane. So that was really exciting. But then when you look at everything beyond that, there was a lot of fucking boredom. Bethesda laid a goddamn egg. I mean, I'm very disappointed with what Bethesda did overall. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but aside from the Nintendo stuff, did anything tickle your fancy at all, or anything else? I mean, what spoke to you?
I can't think of anything that stood out to me, as though to say, I really want to buy this game. Yeah. The new Call of Duty looks like an older Call of Duty with new graphics. It looks like World at War with new graphics. Sure. Cool, I think. Wow. I can't wait to play that online and get fucking murdered because I suck at FPS. It's going to be great. Well worth dropping £60 for.
Right, fuck that. At the very least, there was nothing that we didn't already know was coming. You know, we knew that Assassin's Creed, a new one, was coming. I got to say, I am pretty impressed with the Assassin's Creed trailer, but that was leaked before, so not a huge deal. But that looks incredible. Skull and Bones looked really good, I thought. Wolfenstein 2 was probably one of the bigger standouts of the entire E3. But even that, it's just something we knew was happening, so it wasn't a big shock.
I mean, Wolfenstein. I feel like Wolfenstein only gained as much traction because of the Twitter memes about Trump. Like,
yeah, no, you're not wrong
everyone on
about
Twitter was
that.
like,
Jesus.
"Oh my god, we get to play Donald Trump Simulator." Oh, okay, I get it. Nazi, right? Yeah, cool. Don't care. Don't include me in your fucking politics, America.
Why you got to bring politics into our?
We got our own problems in the UK. Leave us alone.
Yeah, you guys have your own issues right now. Let's have an election, even though I'm already in charge. That was pretty
just
brilliant.
to prove you guys really want me in charge. Oh wait, no, actually, not even a majority. Whoops.
No. You know, not to get too politically here, but Jesus Christ, Brexit barely fucking passed, correct? I mean, why the fuck would you go to the polls when your big mainstay, which you pushed behind harder than anything else, barely fucking passed? Didn't you? Like, that would be like Trump going, let's have another election. Let's do it now.
It's awful. I don't know what our government is at this point. I don't even know why I fucking voted. Like,
well, because you're an upstanding young British man. That's right, Liam. You are what.
Yeah,
the British
definitely wasn't just because everyone was telling me to vote.
No, no, never. You could never be that impressionable. I don't believe it for a second.
Oh, and for those of you that I think are wondering, you probably see me do a lot of like Ethan Klein eye movements lately.
I didn't want to say something.
I've got really bad fucking hay fever, and my eyes are just full of like pollen and shit, and it's making my contact lenses sit all funny. So I'm just fucking Tourette'sing over here constantly. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just, you know, maybe I'm gonna be the new member of the H3 podcast now as well.
I'm waiting for Hila to come in and just like be like, Ethan, Liam, yeah, I'm just waiting for that to happen. But I didn't want to say something because, like, I've gotten to know you pretty well, but I don't know you that well yet. I would have been like hey, what's going on there,
I'm
Twitchy
just
McButterpants?
here, just like slowly pulling like slime out of my fucking eyes.
Like, I would have said
hard
something
staying this
fucked
beautiful,
up.
right?
Right, it is. It's a chore. It's a chore. But I would have said something fucked up, like, hey, what's going on there, Twitchy McFucking Twitch pants? And you would have been like, yeah, I have like this really terrible disorder.
Hey, Dave, like that's very hurtful.
Right. I'm going to have to leave and take all the audience with me. Goodbye, you hateful fat fuck. That would be terrible. So I decided just to let it go and let the Looney Tunes action commence because it was pretty fucking entertaining to watch.
And of course, now that I've mentioned it, it's going to be picked up on all the way through. So, you know, you're welcome.
What I'm waiting for is people to figure out the Morse code that you're doing because that's what's really happening. You are sending out
send lewds. Twitter DMs open.
Be of age.
Be
Identification.
Of age.
I want an ID and picture of you holding today's newspaper. That's a lot of Morse code, but I think you can handle it. I do. I kind of feel bad because there's really not. What else do we say about E3? I mean, it's
my favorite part of E3 was Jesse Wellens and his teleprompter.
No, how about Miyamoto showing up? Miyamoto showing up was kind of fucking baller. That was kind of baller.
Dude, Shigeru himself.
The legend. The fucking man. He showed up. I kind of like that's like Stan Lee showing up, man. That's big stuff. It's showing up at a Comic-Con, which he will no longer be doing, by the way.
Because Nintendo won.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And they knew they were going to win, so they were like, fuck it, Miyamoto, you've got nothing to be worried about, dude.
That was pretty cool.
If anyone's getting assassinated at E3, ain't going to be you. You brought fire.
You have a Pope mobile at this point, Mr. Miyamoto.
You know
You're good to go. So my question to you is, with a lot of people having the same sort of reaction to E3, like, yeah, but okay, because we had a lot of games, but it didn't really seem like there was a lot of hoopla. Yeah, there was the Xbox announcement, but it's $500 fucking dollars, and I'm just like, suck a dick.
The problem is at this point, when a new console comes out, it's always going to be the same thing of, it's going to be way more expensive than anyone wants to pay.
Right.
So I never get excited about new console announcements because I'm always like, I'm going to have to wait a couple of years before I can get this shit.
People were upset that the Switch was $300, and it seemed like that's a value. It seems like it didn't stop it from selling.
It's a low cost compared to your PS4s and your Xboxes.
Which is just an upgrade, a minor upgrade, in my opinion. It's not all that big of an upgrade over what's already out. Yeah, some people will argue, oh, well, it's got this many teraflops. Well, fuck off with your teraflop me, all right? Suck my teraflop. Another $500, so it'll be a little quieter, be maybe a little bit smoother if I have the right TV, and it'll run a little. No, I'm good. I'm good. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely insanity. So that's a little frustrating. And again, this goes back to having Nintendo being the ultimate winner, because the Switch looks even better by comparison. The Switch looks more palatable, looks better of a deal. And guess what? We're coming into its year where we're going to be having a holiday season. When that price drops, it drops to $250, $225 perhaps, with a bundle deal. Yeah, and they've already sold over 2 million units. Can you imagine what they're going to do at Christmas when it's getting closer to Pokemon?
Amazing. I'd also just like to reference Guncannon, because he has put a fucking brilliant point in the chat, which is about Miyamoto just having the fucking fire and his Pokemobile. You could say he has a Miyamoto-cade.
That's dude. Good. That's pretty good.
You're the fucking king right now.
That's my guy. That's my graphics designer, huh? That is my graphics designer, huh? That's my man. Yeah, Guncannon. He's a big E3 guy. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Guncannon actually did E3 coverage with me last year, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was very good on it. He's a very big video game guy. So really cool stuff, and he can be very fun. I mean, that's pretty good.
E3's got to say for next year, guys, don't release your trailers early. Don't let them leak. Bring us something that's going to get people interested. And if you ain't got shit, don't attend. Just don't. There's no shame in not being at E3. There are hundreds of developers and design teams and just general companies that were not at E3. And if you've got shit all to show us, don't bother.
Yeah, what's the point?
There's no fun. Like, I mean, even with Pokemon to an extent, there's no point telling us, we're thinking of making a game. We're working on it. What's the point? Show us footage. Even just a screenshot. Even just a fucking photo of a guy designing the game. I don't mind. Just something.
Something. Anything would work.
It's an idea. It's your games developers. We know you're working on games. What you're fucking paid to do. Tell us something unique that you're doing.
Yeah. What's frustrating about it too is that this is the exact same thing that happened before they changed E3. This was like a decade ago, maybe 12, 13 years ago. They changed E3 to a developers conference, essentially.
Yeah.
They didn't open to the public anymore. People were really bummed out about it. And it was because of this very reason. Lots of people were showing up, but essentially the convention was losing money because it was just people walking around a convention hall for a while, and really nothing was getting done. And now we're getting into that area again, and now you got 70,000 people who showed up, and you had
with nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Now, a lot of them who go there had a fun time.
The image you used for the thumbnail of this stream, people looked bored.
Yeah. Yeah, and those were pictures of people. They had to open the doors 15 minutes early because they were getting worried of the crowd size. It was that bad. And so the question is, if you were making E3 next year, if you were planning it, how would you fix it? What could we do to, besides just saying don't leak your shit? Isn't there something else that we can do here to make this the conference that we deserve, not the conference that we get?
I don't know, more things that are playable. Maybe fucking meet and greets with voice actors from games. Like, dude, if you could get David Hayter from Metal Gear Solid to do a fucking sign-in at E3, I'd probably go just for that.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the blueprint is out there. Just copy Comic-Con San Diego. It's really all you got to do.
Yeah, and just make it more game-oriented.
Yeah. I don't think you need to have these humongous releases, like every studio gets a 45-minute convention. I don't know if you need to do that anymore.
Because you can even see it in the people reading from their teleprompters and things that they got nothing. They're having to leave awkward silences just to extend what they're doing into the next, their little next segue into what they're talking about, what games they're going on about. They have to leave long pauses because they ain't got shit. No. They can't fill 45 minutes with dialogue and game. Like, because the trailers are like 30 seconds, maybe a minute a piece. And they're like, right, what are we going to do for the other 44?
You know something's wrong when Bethesda could only do 38 minutes. 38 minutes out of Bethesda. Jesus. They could have done something Fallout related. Lord fucking knows they could have done that. Nothing.
I think we're all in agreement. It didn't feel like E3. It didn't. It had that buzz leading up to E3. God, it was like, yeah, it's E3 season. Everyone get hyped. It's E3. And then we got to E3 and we were like, whoa.
You know, I think a big reason of that is because 3 days before E3 started, they started all of the pre-conferences and all of the trailers were getting released. And I got all these people, hey, Dave, you watching E3 right now? I'm like, no, it doesn't start to the 13th, you jackass. And they're like, I'm watching it right now. I'm like, no, you're not. You think you are, but you're just watching the pre-release.
You're watching dilute E3. You're watching budget E3.
You're watching what's killing E3, essentially. So it's a little bit frustrating.
I mean, we know this as wrestling fans as well, that having too much content is a very real and present danger. Like, have a 5-hour show and a pre-show that's 2 hours and a post-show. And we're just like, we're fucking wrestled out, mate. No.
WrestleMania was 9 hours this year, Liam.
WrestleMania killed me.
Hours.
I was dead for days.
It was a good show too, but it was 9 fucking hours. I mean, that's Super Bowl
coverage. Can we point out the fucking WrestleMania, the show from the start of Welcome to WrestleMania to the end of the show was a good show.
Yes.
The rest, the filler was bullshit. Yeah. 2 hours of look at all the promos that we've been showing you every fucking week that you're gonna see before the match begins, because that's how we've always done business. Why do I need to see that 3 hours before the show I'm about to watch?
The answer is you don't.
You don't. It's just to make the network seem valid. It's like, look, up until WrestleMania starts, just play a classic WrestleMania, or the year before's WrestleMania, or even strike a deal with USA or something to show the last 2 episodes of Raw and SmackDown before WrestleMania, leading up.
It makes sense to me. It's just like, I think everybody who does these gigantic shows can learn a little bit something. And to go back to E3 for just momentarily here, I think one of the things that they could do is maybe make it more hardware oriented. Wouldn't we like to, I know we see game trailers all year. Wouldn't we like to see something that's just focused on what's in development as far as coming? Are we going to get more 3D stuff? Virtual reality, is that becoming more affordable, more likely to come to our consoles? What's happening with that? Is PlayStation 17 on the horizon? What's going on? I think things like that is something more E3-able to me.
Yeah, like it needs to be kind of like, just add a whole like electronics side to it. Right. I think that would be really good. Just like up and coming things, things like they're planning on, things working on, things like basically just anything just to spice it up a little bit. Something.
Because people seem fucking bored, man. I mean, you look at the reactions in the crowds and stuff. I mean, it was bad. It's like there's 70,000 people. It didn't feel like it.
You know what they should do? They should do like I can't remember what event it was. There was an event I went to where it's like bring your own PC. That shit really works.
There's literally your own PC.
I think
you
it might have been
your computer.
I didn't, but I think it might have been somewhere in the city. It was a convention or something we went to where you could go and you could fucking pitch a tent and camp out while you're there, but you could bring your PC and sit in this room full of people where you bring your main PC unit and you play fucking games in this room full of like 1,000 people who are also on their home PCs.
Like a Korean LAN party fucking play, LAN cafe? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But you didn't bring your PC. You went, but you didn't bring it. They told you to bring it. Why didn't you do it?
Because that was this is my point. Because that was one part of a bigger convention that had loads of shit to do. I didn't need to bring my PC.
Fair enough.
Because there's other things I can do. And like at the time, my PC was a fucking laptop that could barely run fucking Sony.
Other people brought their PCs, so you didn't need to. By the way, I see Birdkeeper Tony up in the chat. Tony. Jesus, fuck that up.
Everyone does
I just screwed it. I'm done.
Don't worry, he misspells all the time. He'll let you off. Hey, nope. Toby.
Totally hates me. Fuck. Oh, he says you're talking about Insomnia, by the way, Liam.
Oh, I'm talking about Insomnia, which is a gaming festival. I forgot. Yeah, that's Insomnia.
Good job. Nice job, Liam. Nice job.
I said it was. Fuck it. I don't care because they haven't invited me back recently.
It's pretty cool to have everybody up in here. Birdkeeper Toby. By the way, killer job yesterday. Golf clap for Birdkeeper Toby. You guys did a great job on the Elite Four podcast. I see a lot of people up in here. Guncannon, Rai Zetsu, Kala Cosplay. I know we see our lovely goddess. Casey's in there. Groove Dust, yo woman's up in here.
Mate, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I know. You look like you're in pain.
Like-
We'll wrap it up soon. You look like you're
No,
suffering.
don't worry. I'm not in pain. Don't worry. It's just my right contact lens has moved up to the top of my eye and won't go back down. So I'm just like,
Ooh,
yeah, cool,
that's
fuck
fun.
it. It'll come down eventually when it feels like it.
Good God, you got like Exorcist going on up in there. It's
No
it's
pain,
pretty
dude.
bad.
No pain. If I start puking green slime, that's when you should worry.
I would worry.
I don't puke on stream like you, boy.
Oh, that's a low fucking blow. I tried to get killed. They tried to murder me. Well, one person tried to murder me. And
You made
the funny thing
1,300
is-
big ones, dude.
That's very true, but I'm telling you, man, that my stomach burned for 2 days. I was not normal for 48 hours after that. And the funny thing
What
is,
did we learn, Dave? We learned don't advertise yourself as I'll eat this chocolate if you donate.
well, see,
Don't
I didn't
fucking
even
do that.
The funny thing is, I didn't even do that at that point. I was so overtaken by that donation that I was like, yo, I do something on this channel for things like that. And I thought that this was a magnanimous gesture. So when I was like, well, I'll put it on her. And then the next thing, do it. And she sent $300 more to really emphasize the do it. And she did. And so I
Oh,
did.
it's a beautiful thing.
And now it's kind of going to other places, which is great because it's like, okay, so I've retired the chocolate. So now she's finding other ways to torture me. And it's fantastic. It's like the man boobs. For some reason, there is this, she likes my shirt off on stream.
Not in this stream.
No, not in this
100%
one.
not in this stream.
And then today, during the Pokemon stream, we may have gotten a little alcoholic. It may have happened.
I was worried during that stream when people were like, "Oh, Dave's taken 4 shots already." I was like, "Dude, are you for real?" Like,
I was fine. I'm okay. Now I do worry when I take shots out of a goddamn Skullhead vodka bottle, but still, I was all right. Everything was fine. I got through it. It was fun times. So, so what else is happening in the world that we can cover? Because E3 is kind of beaten to a bloody pulp. What is happening with you, my friend, that you would like to?
oh, with me? Well, I'm just carrying on as I am, streaming, enjoying the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon hype, doing my daily videos. It's the same old grind all the time, just trying to survive as a little fish in a big fucking pond that is YouTube.
Sometimes that's all you can do. It seems like there's no trailers right now that we can dig into. All
No,
the TV
exactly.
shows
We've
are
had
off.
30 seconds of footage and it's shown us nothing that's new apart from like Solgaleo and Lunala, and it's like,
Yeah. But even
can't
in
really
like,
make
even in
a lot
film,
of videos on that.
even in like
Oh.
film, and there's nothing. I mean, the only thing that I got, and I would like to suck a little bit of dick here because that's what I do. American Gods. American Gods is getting ready to end on Sunday. It is my first season. That's become one of my new obsessions. I absolutely love it.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. I do. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's so well done. I love the acting in it. It's quirky. It's unique. It can be a little slow at times, but God, is it just an absolute fun show to watch. Yeah, you're not a fan, I take it.
Never heard of it.
Really?
If I'm honest. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never ever heard of it.
I would highly recommend you checking it out.
But if it's on TV, that would be why, because I can't remember the last time I actually watched a TV program
I think
that's
it's
new.
on Stars. It's on Stars, so it's not really TV. It's like a Netflix type deal, but it's Stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
that just adds to it then.
Yeah. Well, I would highly recommend you seeking it out because it's a mantra. Did you watch Preacher or anything like that when it came out?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm
God,
absolutely.
no. Oh, no.
When it comes to the world of actual professionally directed entertainment that isn't YouTube, I am in the complete fucking dark these days. I think the last time I watched a TV series that was new,
Nothing.
easily it's been 3 years.
Okay,
3
so
or 4.
So you're not getting on the Game of Thrones hype train? Nothing.
I watched an episode of Game of Thrones and I was like, okay, so what I get from the show is there's very, very softcore porn when I could just go on the internet and find that without political discussion involved. Thing is, when it comes to like fantasy programs and stuff, I'm not into these programs where everybody looks a bit medieval and they all talk in very British accents and we're all very British because for some reason in the ancient times and in these fantasy lands everybody's British
Everyone's
because
British.
everybody in the world actually wants to be British, and
that's what
any
it
other
is.
country in the world knows nothing. I get it, right? And that nice little reference thrown in. But other than that, I'm like, what is?
Oh, there's some good fight scenes though.
Yeah, but there's good fight scenes in fucking anything. Like,
You know, I kind of want to beat you up right now. I've never wanted to do that
fucking
before.
do it.
I kind of
Try
want to
it, tough
rumble.
guy.
We need to go. I got 45 seconds of fury, guy. I don't know if you can deal with that. You get past the 45 seconds and I'm dead. But 45 seconds, I think I can still be a bad motherfucker on this planet. But we'll see. I can't understand. You got to check it out. You at least got to give it a chance. It's just
I will give it a chance if I get time to do that. Like,
fair enough. No, I understand your plight there.
I'm generally a busy fucking bee, right?
You've got quite a schedule. I cannot. The fact that you found time for this is admirable because
Dude,
good lord.
speak to fucking Lydia. She's amazed that I find time for her, like, alone. Like,
And yes, you've worked a girlfriend into your schedule. Bravo fucking whoa. I mean, jeez.
such a gentleman, such a gentleman.
telling you,
I
look
find
at you.
time for the ladies, you know.
It's pretty damn good. But I would highly recommend you checking out when you do get time. But I get that though. It's like, what are you going to do with the time that you have when you're not streaming? Well, I might as well be looking at things that are on the platform that I'm involved with, and it makes sense. It was scouting
Like,
out the competition.
I'll add it to the list. So I've got to watch American Gods, American Horror Story, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones,
Jesus.
House of Cards. There isn't time, is there? Like,
there's really not. And we're in this
do
golden
you know what?
age.
I think the last program I watched more than one episode of, apart from Rick and Morty, which I recently
Rick and Morty's a
started
can't
watching,
miss. Yeah.
I've enjoyed very much. Not as much as Family Guy, but I've enjoyed it. I won't say it's
God.
really. It's good. It's a good show.
Oh,
But I've always been Family Guy for years, so maybe that's why. Maybe
you're
it's just
still a fan. Like you're still watching current Family Guy, and you're happy with.
Oh, again, I haven't watched Family Guy since like season 14, I think.
Oh, good God.
'Cause even then, it was going a little bit stale. So
season
but I'm
5, that show started to go down.
I'm saying Rick and Morty hasn't quite got me hooked. Like, I'll watch it, but it hasn't got me as hooked as Family Guy. That's probably the easy.
I got to be honest, man. Rick and Morty, like, there's this new wave of animated series that are kind of just punching me right in the face. I know Archer's been around for a while, but Archer is fucking amazing. Bob's Burgers is kind of my jam. But the two that are more current, F is for Family with Bill Burr, it's dark, but it's brilliant, and it's a really, really great show. And Rick and Morty, put on the list. But Rick and Morty, that is one of the most brilliant television shows I have watched.
Like, the problem is, you know when I say I don't like it as much as Family Guy, obviously everyone jumps on, you don't like Rick and Morty, and I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I just said there's a program that I like slightly more. You know,
that's fine.
I get this same shit, right? I get the same shit whenever I do a top 10 list of fucking Pokemon. I've joked about this before because I've done top 10 Pokemon that Ash Ketchum has owned throughout the years, and it's. Why isn't Sceptile on the list? Why does he hate Sceptile? I'm like, dude, it could have been number 11 for all you know.
Confirmed.
But I just
You
have
hate
to like
Sceptile.
these 10 more. Fucking hell. Just because, like, it's a lot of it is kids. Like, they don't get that you can like other things more than other things, but that doesn't mean that you don't at all like the things that you like less, right?
You have depressed Birdkeeper Toby. He says, Liam's TV comments make me so sad. Rick and Morty is just a good show, and I haven't seen Breaking Bad. Game of Thrones is like softcore porn. You've broken your friend.
No,
You've broken
Game of Thrones is like softcore porn intertwined with the occasional fight scene and a boring political discussion. If I want to watch boring political discussion, I'll watch the fucking Star Wars prequels. At least that has aliens in it, right? Fucking hell.
I can't even deal with it. But
I don't care who is the lady of the mountain with the dragon of the fire of the goblet of the seventh
man.
son.
You should be all about that. You're British.
You can find dragons in hardcore porn. It's fine.
Yeah, you can.
Go watch pterodactyl porn.
There you go. That might be something. I might have to put that on the list.
No, Google it.
Google that.
Google fucking pterodactyl porn. It exists. It's
I've
fucking great.
I've been keeping an eye on the chat, and there's been a lot going on. Apparently, our dear Casey's lost her computer, but then it became Jesus and resurrected, so that's good. We got a lot of people.
Yeah.
Razor Roberts says Game of Thrones is Skyrim with fucking. What's wrong with that? I mean, like, Skyrim is one of the greatest, if not, in my opinion, it is the greatest game ever.
I think part of the problem is, right, with fucking Game of Thrones, like with the whole, because everyone's like, oh, it's got fucking in it, it's great, and I'm like, yeah, but why would I want to watch a guy who's a fucking gargantuan, 8 times the size of me, 8 times the fucking Adonis that I could ever hope to be with my fucking little daddy fat podge, right? Why do I want to watch him fucking a beautiful woman? This is my problem with porn in general, is that makes me jealous. Because it's like, why aren't I fucking this fucking
That's okay.
hot chick? I don't want to watch someone that I could never be fucking someone. I want to be the guy fucking someone. I'm more into my solo girls or my girls with girls. I don't like guys involved in anything.
Girls. I don't need another cock in there.
Anything I'm fucking fapping to, I don't want a guy anywhere fucking near it unless it's a picture of me. Right.
But this is why Game of Thrones is brilliant, because they never use hard erect penises. They use the soft floppy penises because it's non-intrusive. It doesn't offend you. It doesn't make you feel that way. Just like floppy wiener. Like South Park said, wiener, 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 floppy wiener. It's fucking great. It's good. It's all right. It's only every so often. You don't have to deal with a lot of wiener. It's all right.
Fuck it, it's on the list. It's on the list.
It's on the list. Put it on the list.
One day, if I ever start watching TV, I'll fucking watch it.
You're never gonna watch it. Never. It's just.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the last series I can remember actually watching, apart from Rick and Morty, way back when, was The Newsroom with fucking Jeff Bridges? No, Jeff Daniels. Daniels.
Yeah. Oh, that's easy to get. That's like Pullman Paxton situation, right?
Yeah. That I watched a few episodes of that. Oh, I watched a few episodes of The Flash. I watched like half the first season, and then I got bored. We talked about this.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. But I love The Flash.
There was that one guy. There was the one guy that could copy himself. That fucking episode I watched over and over again, because there's the scene when all of the copies are walking towards Barry, and one of them fucking falls over. And I fucking love it.
You're just done.
I played that scene back. That's probably why I didn't finish that season, because I just played that scene back over and over again for hours, just giggling.
This is all the Flash I need. I don't need anything else than that. I get you there. That's funny.
I hear he's still, running faster than he's ever ran before to save the day.
Yes,
and he's never been that fast, but he's going to go that fast. And look, he went that fast and he saved the day.
You are breaking nerd hearts right now. Just absolutely shattering nerd hearts. It's
and
kind
the
of
best
wonderful.
thing is it would hurt me if I fucking cared.
The sasshole is back.
I can't pretend to give a shit about your piddly ass problems. Like, if you're triggered by someone else not liking something that you enjoy, fuck off and go and enjoy it on your own. I don't
think about your life choices, Buttercup. Yeah, I agree with that. The funny thing is, ever since that, I've kind of gone to this new format where I'm doing day and night streams. I don't watch TV anymore either. I get where you're coming from. I know I'm busting your balls a little bit.
Because during that middle section of the day, between for me it would be recording something, and then at night it would probably be streaming.
Yeah, I don't make videos. I'm not that talented.
You don't want to sit down after your morning stream and then before your evening stream, when you've got that few hour gap. You don't want to sit there watching a fucking TV show. You want to eat. You want to get shit done because you're an adult and you have to fucking adult.
Yeah.
And you want to be outside, like doing your fucking Pokemon Go and just getting out into the actual fresh air, which like sometimes hits my skin.
Yes, it does. I mean, you're the least vampire looking of that Elite Four podcast. Excuse me.
It's only because Joe's lighting was off. That's
yeah, that's all. But
the minute he gets some studio lights and a new webcam, fuck, I'm going to be pale as the rest of them.
I'm sure. But it's been pretty damn good with this whole new thing. But yeah, I just kind of want to. I'm always in pain, so I'm like, I need a break. I want to rest. I don't want to watch anything, which is weird. But I guarantee you, in a month's time, when the new Game of Thrones comes out, I will probably be missing some streams.
I think a lot of people in the chat can attest to this as well, which is when you watch a TV show, if it's good, you don't want to watch an episode and then come back and check it the other day.
Yeah.
You want to binge. And I don't just have fucking 8 hours spare to just be like, hey, I'm going to binge watch this whole series.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm going to play fucking video game. I don't know how some of you have the time to do your regular day job, binge watch TV series, play all the latest fucking games on the latest fucking consoles, which I don't know how you've all got hold of because they're fucking expensive, and still find time to sit and watch us fucking morons talk about it. Like, what the fuck?
They actually have worse schedules than we do. Because they're watching all the shit that we do.
Eat? When do you sleep? When do you shit? Like, I mean, well, with the technology we have nowadays, you can be watching it on your TV, convert it to your phone, go take a shit, and then come back, and you've not missed a fucking minute of floppy warrior penis or whatever you guys are into.
We are indeed in the
really
golden age of man. Yeah, you really are. We are in the golden age of man because we can watch shit while we shit. It's the greatest thing ever. It truly.
But you know
is.
what? It's fucking great, but it's also making me miss Scarce, and because
he's dead.
Lydia happily tells people that Scarce was my go-to. If I was about to take a shit, and I don't want Lydia listening to what fucking consistency it's going to be, because, you know, IBS, unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like,
you have all kinds of problems. Holy shit.
I would play Scarce, like, fucking loudly on my phone, just to cover the fucking sound. So she'd be like, I always know when you're going for a shit, Liam, because I just hear, hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarce here. And then, like, but now he's fucking disappeared.
He's dead. He's got to be fucking dead. I got nothing to do. I don't know what's I'm actually
nothing shit to.
I'm legitimately scared. I'm scared for Scarce because now he's become scarce, and that scares me. That he is now never seen. He is. He's fucking scarce now. He's living true to his name. Live your brand. That's what he's doing.
Jesus.
I'm really worried because what the fuck could be going on?
Wait, so for you to live your brand, do you have to die?
No, I just got to continue being right all the time because I'm ball as shit. Yes, I'm dead on, not dead. Not dead shit, Dave. No, I'm dead on, Dave. Yeah. Which I'm never right, which is great. So that's the best part of everything. So
you have your moments. You got the Chewbacca hat.
I do. It is pretty. Everyone thinks it's like Trump wearing a bandolier, but, you know, still, I'll take it.
I mean, isn't that what Chewbacca is? Like,
he kind of is. But he's suave as shit. Well, he doesn't upset people, but he doesn't tweet either, so that probably helps his cause. Good God. So, alrighty, I think we've hit about everything on this episode of Nerd and the Jerk as we're going to do. I hope you guys want to keep the discussion going. Anything that we talked about, what were your favorite things about E3 this year? Was there anything that really did get your dick hard? I'd like to hear about it, especially if it did get your dick hard. Don't send pics, but you can describe it in length. I don't give a shit. Go ahead and hit us up on our Twitters, which you can see right on the screen, right below our beautiful faces, at DeadOnDaveV and at Ace Trainer Liam. Also in the description box, of course, you can find out where Ace Trainer Liam is and doing all of his wonderful things on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else. Go ahead and tell the kids a little bit about your schedule because Lord knows you live copious.
Oh, my schedule is I have a Let's Play video every day around about 6 p.m. Depending on like if I'm streaming and it clashes, I'll probably move it. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Fridays for shiny hunting. Tuesday 4 till 7, Friday 6 till 9, right before Nerd and the Jerk's supposed to go live. I do Wi-Fi battles against my viewers. Yeah, and then you forget to fucking change the time so people turn up an hour before. Yeah, good tactic. I think you did that deliberately.
I wish I was that smart.
I do Wi-Fi battles against my viewers on a Thursday, 1 till 4. This is UK time, by the way. If you don't know what time it is in your time zone, fucking learn to Google. And I do the Wi-Fi battles on Sunday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. UK time. And, of course, on Saturdays, we have the Ace Trainer podcast at 10 p.m., except for this week because it's Isla's birthday. And fuck it, we'll just put it off for a week.
I got a request. I gotta adhere to it. We're getting requests for the gay conductor hat. Got to throw that on.
The gay conductor hat.
I love this hat. I look like I'm straight out of Josie and the Pussycats. It's fucking fantastic.
I want to wait for it.
As far as me goes, the schedule is changing here on Dead on Day Productions. We're getting a little bit more focused.
Oh, you fucking do. Look.
It's wonderful, man. Josie and the
Holy
Pussycats.
Shit.
It's pretty. I love this hat. I really do. The LGBT community loves this shit. So my schedule's changed completely. The day schedule is still Pokemon, and that's wonderful. But Monday through Sunday, you're going to get something very specific from Dead on Dave Live. From Monday being kind of viewer question, news, pseudo news type day. Tuesdays being an interview. I'm going to be bringing people in for interviews to every single week because I want to get back to that. I love doing interviews. It's one of my passion things to do. Wednesdays, we're going back old school doing wrestling. Thursday, I'm giving the show to C-Man to let him showcase whatever YouTuber. This is a dangerous proposition. Let C-Man do anything on his own, but
Are you going to be on that, or is it just C-Man just streaming on your channel?
Oh, God, no. No, I will be there. Fuck, no, my God.
You'll be there as a mediator.
I will be there making sure he doesn't fuck up completely. So, yeah, I will definitely be there. Friday.
C-Man, hit me up. We'll fuck him up.
You're doing Morse code right now. You're telling him exactly where to go.
Hashtag sabotage.
Sabotage. Yeah, Friday
I'm surprised nobody made any fucking Twitch jokes, because I stream on Twitch, and all I've done all this fucking podcast is Twitch.
Because we love you, and we would not say something so crass and mean, and we don't want to hurt you and break your spirit. We love you too much.
Fucking pussy.
I know. Friday is Nerd and the Jerk, of course, which will be back at its regular time next week. Very sorry for that, but I had to go see a washed up 80s fucking power metal band, which was awesome, by the way. Pictures and videos coming on Twitch or Twitter in just a little while. Saturday is my long Pokemon stream, which will be tomorrow. That means we're going to be going long, probably between 9 and 12 hours. Just depends on how I feel. And then Sunday is our weekly recap, where this beautiful bastard will be back with us. And this week we're going to be taking on a little bit of the pay-per-view that nobody gives a shit about. And we're going to do our predictions real fast on that. We're also going to have the other co-host on the channel come on over and talk about everything that's happened in the week that was. So that's the new schedule, and hopefully you guys like that. Other than that, that's all I got. Liam, final thoughts?
Fucking E3 was terrible, and I hate pedophiles.
Fuck pedophiles,
That's the recap
fuck
of
E3.
the entire show.
Oh, God. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Nerd and the Jerk. Make sure you check us out on everywhere that we are. And we will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being as lit as you were. We will see you next time. Keep it copious. Remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have
talented friends.
That's right. Like this guy. See you next time. And peace.
Here's your winner.